Just getting set up here. I'm a few minutes early. Hello, hello. We're going into spirit guides today. I'm super excited. I'm a little more prepared today. I'm like super pumped about today. It's gonna be good. Oh, if you guys, before I get started, want to grab a paper and a pen, please do so. We are going to connect with your spiritual teams. Woo! I'm super excited. Okay, so day two, we're going to do a meditation today. For those of you on, if you want to think of an area in your life that you kind of feel like you need some guidance right now, like whether it's your love life, whether it's like your work or business or whatever area, if it's just like finding happiness, whatever it is, pick an area because that's the guide that works with you in that area of your life that you're going to be connecting with. When we go in, you're going to be like asking for a name. So, and I want you to write down that name because then it's a lot easier to work with a spirit guide when you have a name for them. Okay, so there are different types of spirit guides that you have on your team, right? So you have like your ancestral guides, you have your animal guides, angels, gatekeeper guides, teacher guides, joy guides, galactic guides, ascended masters. So like you have an array of spiritual beings that are contracted basically to work with you, that have agreed to work with you coming into this lifetime. So how that kind of works is before you come, you have like this soul family. And from it, they have chosen you to come onto this earth and they know like it's full of trials, it's full of lessons. So they do their best to work with you and bring you the guidance that whatever they can, so that to make your reality a lot easier, to get you to wake up and remember who you are so that you can do your soul work. Now, ancestral guides they tend to be ones like they're on your lineage, right? Like they could have been not always like your grandparent, your grandmother, or your grandpa, like not always like really close. Sometimes they'll stick around after they pass and they will work with you to help you. But usually it's actually quite a few generations back. And the ironic part of that is if you actually think about it, those on your team can actually be like other versions of you because you have like you congregate, I guess, basically with the same set of souls to learn lessons. So like if you have karmic ties with a soul, you will come in different relationships. And so those guides will come in and like so you can be one of those guys. It's just a different version of you. So it's actually like a weird concept to wrap your brain around. Then you have animal guides, and animal guides come up a couple different ways, which will be like they if you are seeing like a lot of hawks or a lot of crows, and like so there's a symbolic message to what that animal means. And you can Google it, and a lot of times they'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense because your spirit team is going to work with you in a way that you're going to understand. They are going to give you signs and synchronicities so that you understand, even if you're doing like a Reiki session or something like that, they're going to help you. They're going to give you the signs. So if they're sending an animal your way, they're going to give you that animal, and then they know you're going to go look it up. And so that's what that meaning is going to be. Or if an animal has like a meaning in the family and you're like, oh, hey, this is what this means for me. So they'll make it really clear. So you'll have animal guides that are going to show up like that. Or you'll have animal guides that are meant to be guiding you. Like I've had a wolf come through and it's like, okay, hey, you need to follow me. This is trying to guide you on a spiritual journey. And so like you'll have different animals. And there's actually an animal book that you can get. It's an animal spirit guide book. I should have brought it and had it so I could show you. And there's even like oracle cards. So if you feel like you're really called to work with animals, those are a couple ways that you're just opening that pathway for them to come in and work with you, because it's all about opening the pathways in the way, like in the way of like least resistance, right? So if you're like, oh, well, I need them to deliver me a message. Well, if you're sitting there playing with cards, you're actually working on your intuition. It's just you're allowing them an easier way to come through so that you can get the message that you need. Just you're not resisting it. So that is a couple different ones. Oh, and for all of you guys coming on, can you grab a piece of paper and a pen? You are going to need it. Okay, angels. So angels, the one thing to understand about spirit guides is you have a spirit guide for every part of your um every part of your life. Every part you will have a spirit guide. And sorry, I lost track. I have like comments and I lost track. So you'll have every part of your life, you have a spirit guide. And whether it's for happiness, whether it's for protection, whether it's for your spiritual journey or, your business or your work or every area, you have guides that are like, hey, like, so when angels come through, you have angels that are also working with you in that area. And usually angels, like their presence, people are more open to angels. So they're a lot more open and receptive to angelic messages. And one thing that you can actually do is ask your angels for a feather, and they will leave you a feather. And so like, but their presence is usually very comforting, very relaxing, and like, you feel safe. So people let them in and they're a lot more common. Um, Then you have what's called gatekeeper guides. And these guides are known as like protectors of gateways and portals. So when you do like a lot of dimensional travel or traveling into different realms, you will always have a spirit guide there that gatekeeps that portal into that place, right? Because you don't ever want to like wander in through an unknown portal or an unknown gateway and just start wandering. You need a guide to take you to so that you can remember to come back. They know where they're going because they are the keeper of that realm. And sometimes you'll have one guide that kind of works with you throughout different realms, or you will have, depending on which realm you go to or which, what's it called? It went blank. Which dimension you go into is which guide will come up. Then you have teacher guides. And these guides are, well, obviously they provide knowledge. So they are working with you to help you. A lot of times it's like ascend, like help you with your karmic lessons, anything that you need to go so that you can learn that lesson. A lot of times these are the guides that are putting you through it. And sometimes it freaking sucks, like downright sucks. But when you have that evolution of you, all of a sudden it's like you can go forward even stronger in like on your soul path and teach, right? Like, and open things up for other people and be that receptive. And like these guides will also come through. So like if your what is it called? Your soul purpose is to teach, you will have probably a few different, depends on what you're teaching. You'll have different spirit guides that are working with you to help you teach. So you are showing up, and just like you'll have guides that are helping you like doing activations or any kind of things like that. Like you will have different guides show up and be there to support you through it and give you those intuitive hits so that you feel like, oh, hey, I need to be teaching this. Like, so a lot of times when you get those random hits, it's like, holy shit, I need to be teaching this. That is why. Especially, and they work with your soul path. So like there's different soul paths. There's like an activator, a teacher, a healer. Oh, there's a few. Those are the only ones I can really think of right now. But those, so like they're different ones. And depending on what your soul purpose is, that's the way that they're going to move you into so that you can be fulfilling your soul purpose and receiving that guidance from them. And then you also have like joy guides, which are literally super simple. They're helping you with just being happy, finding joy in your life, finding that thing that makes your soul just feel so good because they want you to feel like you're here to enjoy life. You're not here to struggle. That's like a program of the Matrix. You're not here to struggle. That's what they want you to think. But you're here to actually enjoy and bring these frequencies and these energies through so that you can thrive and enjoy life. And so when you have these guides come through and they're like really in your bubble all the time to push you to get through, like if you're going through a really tough situation, these guides are going to come through and help you. So it's good to just let them in and embrace that love, embrace that happiness. Then we move on to galactic guides. So you have, not everybody is a star seed, okay? So there are a lot of star seeds. There's star seeds, there's light workers, like there's different categories. And so not everybody actually has galactic guides, but you might have some even to help you with your ascension because there's a lot of codes that are always sent through, like Commander Ashtar and like the Galactic Federation, all that. Like they're always sending through codes to help humanity evolve, to help get that spiritual growth in. And so you can have like different collectives. There's like Pleiadians. Oh goodness, I should have made a list. Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans. I'm Syrian. So like there's Syrians. So like there's different ones that you can connect with. And if you are a star seed, those connections will be really strong. Galactic guides. And then you also have so like there is like old Earth and stuff like that, where you have like Lemuria and what is the other one? It starts with an A. It is not coming. Atlantis. That's what it is. Atlantis. So like there's also like Lemuria and Atlantis, which are a lot of star seeds as well. So you have guides that, sorry, there's like a lot of things happening. You have guides from those places, and they are here to help with your soul's evolution as well, and to help you really remember who you are. Because again, when you're a starseed, you've lived multiple lifetimes on different planets. And so those collectives are going to come in and be like, hey, like, remember. So there are those. And then there are also ascended masters. Now, ascended masters is like Kuan Yin, Jesus, Saint Germain. I could have made a list and I didn't make a list. I even have lists of this all over my computer because I teach this in my program. But so there's a lot of ascended masters who lived a human life, right? So like they've been here and they evolved, their soul ascended, and now they are in different, like they're helping us. They decided to stick around so that they could help us on our ascension path. So like if you work with Saint Germain and the Violet Fire, he is really big with transformation. Like he's like, hey, like work with the Violet Flame. It's one of the fastest ways to ascend and to quantum leap, because you are releasing all the old programs, you're releasing all the old limiting beliefs, everything. Like there's even other processes where you're releasing a lot of layers from your physical body, and it makes it so that you can quantum leap a lot faster. Okay. For anybody that came in a little bit later, I know I started so early. Please have a paper and a pen. And what I want you guys to do is pick an area of your life and write it down. I'm a big on writing it down. So write it down, because you have a whole bunch of guides working with you. And today we're going to go into a meditation to work with your spirit guides. So I want you to pick an aspect of your life, whether it's like your romance or your love life, your business, your job, like anywhere that you feel that you need some guidance right now. you're going to be asking them in the meditation for a name, and sometimes it's a name that is like, huh? I'm telling, like, they can give you like the weirdest name, and you can, and if that is the case and you can't pronounce it, you can ask them to simplify it, because a lot of their names are really complicated, not in this language. But usually, I've honestly, most of them, they will simplify it down so that you are understanding it. Okay. So once you've done that, allow yourself to feel comfortable, and whoever is meant to come through to work with you, just let it flow. Don't get your ego mind in there where you're trying to control it, okay? If you also want to write down any questions, if you have any specific questions, so that you can remember, because a lot of times what will happen is we'll go into working with our guides, and then too much time will pass after and you like forget. So I always have a pen and paper just to write things down. So if there's any specific questions you want to ask, I would write them down now. Okay, once you guys have your questions, we'll move into the meditation. So I just want you to kind of relax. So just closing your eyes and relaxing. I want you to begin with a breath in through your nose, just breathing in, feeling that joy, happiness, love as you breathe in, and hold it. I want you to exhale any negative emotions, energies, anything that's been on your mind, just releasing that as you breathe out through your mouth. And again, I'm going to bring your exhale in through your nose, breathing in love, joy, and happiness, feeling those emotions, and hold. And then breathing out through your mouth, releasing anything that's not serving you anymore. Good. And one more breath in through your nose and hold. And release through your mouth and relax. Good. Now I'm going to take you through a portal to a dimension where your spirit guides are all engaging with you. And so I want you to visualize a beautiful golden doorway in front of you. Just seeing the detail on the doorway, allowing it to become clearer and clearer to you. Good. And I just want you to leave your body for a moment and walk up to that doorway. And behind it, as you place your hand on the doorknob, you know that behind this door is a sacred space. This is your sacred space. It is a safe area for you to enter in and be with your guides. And I just want you to open the door and enter in. And allowing your eyes to adjust, you may notice it's a beautiful temple or a cave, a garden or a forest, allowing it to materialize right before you. As you step inside, taking in your surroundings, noticing how relaxing it is, how safe you feel. Giving yourself a moment to take in your surroundings. Now, what I want you to do is you're going to call in your spirit guide now. And what you're going to say is, I call upon my spirit guide that is helping me in whichever area of your life that you picked, and stating that. To be here with me now, that loves me unconditionally only. And just allowing them that space to come through, entering through a different door, and just noticing the shift in the energy around you. Noticing their presence. You may feel them only, or you may see them. And just asking them now, what is your name? And just giving them a moment to respond, and allow yourself to be in a receptive state to receive their name. It might come out a little bit mumbled, or it might come out very clear. And knowing that they love you unconditionally and are here to support you through this process. Now that they are in front of you, and you know their name, I just want you to ask them, do you have any guidance for me now? And this may come to you in a vision or in flashes. You may hear sounds. You may just feel the guidance, like a knowing, just allowing it to come however you are meant to receive it. Once you've received any guidance, now you can ask the questions that you had, just having that conversation, just keeping all your senses open to receive their answers. is just a word. Or a simple phrase. Once you've received answers, I just want you to ask your spirit guide, is there any healing that I need at this time? Asking, can you help me with any healing at this time? And I want you to notice a seat or a bed to lay on appears. Just laying down on it or sitting down, your spirit guide walks up to you again and places your hands, one on the top of your head and the other on your heart. Just allowing those energies to flow through you now, healing anything that may be stuck, causing any issues or blocking you. Just allowing your guide a moment to work with you. Expanding your energy field, opening your energy up. And just asking them one last time, is there any more guidance that you have for me at this time? Once you have received your answer, I want you to thank them for being here with you now. Thank them for the healing. Thank them for the guidance and their presence. Thank them for assisting you on your journey through life. Now just sending them back to wherever they came, saying goodbye, just having that intention. Now I want you to go back to the door that you came through to exit your healing space, your sacred space. And as you close the door, just walking back into your body, feeling yourself settle in. And just noticing the shifts, the healing. Notice how different you feel. You can take a moment to write down any guidance that you received when you're ready. Remember to write down their names so that you know who you are working with.